Joined now by Akrum Wadley. Just tell us about your assessment of where you feel like this team is for spring.
We definitely not where we want to be. We're not perfect. We had a good spring, solid spring, and we just need to keep this momentum into the summer camp and get ready for the season. I know the defense, we both on both sides was good, but there's a lot of corrections we need to correct, and a lot of things we need to capitalize on.
What was really impressive about the running back core was just the amount of depth and how you guys were able to overcome adversity last season. How do you feel like that helps you now as you head into this year?
We just had a lot of good players. We had a lot of smart players. We had Jordan Kinzeri, LaShawn Daniels, and we all was good. We all talented, and Jordan taught us a lot, and we just need to pick up where he left off. He passed the torch back to us, and we just got to keep going. We'll make him proud.
And how do you feel like you and Daniels maybe complement each other?
We definitely tell each other where we made a mistake on. You know, sometimes he tell me how to pass protect. Sometimes I show him how to run his routes. We both complement each other when we did a good run, or if we ain't satisfied with it, we tell each other, I ain't impressed with that. He made a 12-yard run. That was a good run. I told him I ain't impressed with that. We could do better.
Setting a high standard?
Yeah, setting a high standard. We want to score.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing what the two of you guys do this coming season. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio in Chicago. Joined now by Desmond King, and you had an incredible season last year. How do you feel like that has helped you to now move forward as you get ready for this next season?
Just knowing all the accomplishments that I made last year and the season that I had as a team player and as an individual, you just got to correct your mistakes that you made last year, try to make them better this year, and kind of build off of that season that we made last year.
What are the biggest goals or changes maybe as a player, but also just as a defense that you guys are taking into this new year?
Well, as a player, I feel like that my leadership needs to be more improved and kind of making an idol of myself to the younger guys in the defensive back area. And as a defense, we all just coming together collectively and making the corrections.
And how would you assess yourself, but also the defense as a whole as you've gone through this spring?
This spring, I feel like we came together as a team, as a complete team on the defensive side, and the communication is becoming well, and everybody is knowing what role that they are playing, and I feel like we're on page and ready to go into the fall.
And of course, you picked off right where you left off. You had to pick in this spring game.
Yeah, it took 2 quarters for it to happen, but it happened, and it was good to have one.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll send it back to you guys in Chicago. CJ Beathard, quarterback, but obviously the first thing I have to ask is you are not in pads today. You did not participate. Can you tell us why that is?
Yeah, this past weekend practice, it was an inadvertent thing. I kind of someone grabbed my arm when I was throwing and it bruised my shoulder. Nothing serious. So I just didn't want to, try and force anything. And there's no need to force anything.
And you did have surgery in the off season. How would you say that's going?
Yeah, it's going well right now. I wouldn't say I'm back to 100% yet, but I'm definitely getting there each and every day, taking small steps, trying to get healthy.
How long? When was the last time you were 100%? I know you have been battling injuries for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to think back to when I was. I would say the first couple games of last season, I was feeling very well, and then after that Pittsburgh game, it was kind of downhill from there. It was nagging at me for a while, and trying to get back to that 100% stage.
Yourself aside, how would you assess this offense and the guys that were playing in your place?
Yeah, I think they did overall good job today. Obviously we need to clean some things up there with a couple interceptions like that, and some of the receivers they dropped a couple balls there. They could have been big plays in the game, but those are physical mistakes, and I think we'll clean that up. But overall, we put together some good drives there, and just got to finish those drives.
What are you most excited about within this offense? Is it the receivers you have to choose from this year?
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of guys at receiver, some young guys that we'll find out who's gonna step up here, especially this summer and into camp. And we got a lot of talent there at receiver, and also we got a couple good backs back there. We're waiting for Derek to get back. That'll help us as well, and we'll have 3 solid backs back there that we're ready to use.
Well, thank you so much, and we hope you get healthy soon.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We'll send it back to you guys in Chicago. All right, Coach Ferentz, spring football now come to a close. How would you assess this team and how they worked through this spring?
I think we made progress. We had a couple guys that were out due to injury, that type of thing, but that's typical in spring practice. Unfortunately, nothing major. So we made progress during the course of spring. It's 15 days. It's never quite pretty. Certainly today was an illustration of that. But I think a lot of good learning, a lot of good situations for our guys to learn from, and hopefully we can carry forward this summer.
Well, of course, you brought it up, but injuries. We did not see C.J. Beathard today. Just what would you assess for him?
He got bumped in practice midweek on Wednesday, so it's a bruise right now. And good news is he'll be back, shortly. Good news is too we weren't playing a real game today, so that would have been a little bit dicey. But he's doing good. Had a good spring. We're really eager to get him back on the field.
What would you say are maybe the biggest changes that you feel like you'd like to see from last season as you work through the spring, as you get set now for fall ball?
Well, nothing major. I think the biggest thing, we graduated 21 outstanding seniors. Anytime you have a good football team, typically you have a good senior class. That was certainly our case. Just what they did from a matter of leadership and then what they contributed on the field. There's a real void there right now, so the challenge is for older guys to step up a notch or two, and then the other guys to fill the void underneath that. So it's an ongoing process. It'll carry right into preseason. We certainly have a lot of work to do before our first game.
And kicking and punting, where would you say you guys are now? It looked pretty good out here today?
Yeah, it looked good here today, and it's been back and forth. One day good, one day not so good. So I anticipate that competition going right up till game time and maybe even through the month of September. We'll see. But I think the good news is we have some good candidates. The biggest thing is going to be consistency, demonstrating consistency. We haven't seen that during the course of the spring. That's not unusual. So, we'll see how August goes, but optimistic yet a realization we got a lot of work to do still.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We'll look forward to the fall. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.